Now, here we are starting from chapter number 1, real numbers of class 10th. Question This chapter carries total of 5 marks, in which 3 marks are allotted to 1 mark question, 1 mark is 2 marks are allotted to 1 questions. Now, question number 1 is choose the correct option, which is MCQ. The HCF of 96 and 404 is, we have to there are two methods of this question. One is of hit and trial, in which you will take each option of the question and over examine or over cross check with the question itself. Now, here 96 and 404, in table of 96 and 404, 120 comes, or vice versa, is true or not? No. So 120 is eliminated. In B option, 4 is 4 will come in the table of 96 and 404 or not? Yes, 4 will come, so it will remain as a live option. It will be a possible option. Number C, 10 will come in table of 96 and 404. No, so C, that is 10, will be eliminated. 3 will come in the LCM or in the table of 96 and 404. Yes, so the lifted options, the possible options are B and D. Now, in 4 and 3, which of the following of the two will come in the table of 96 as well as in table of 404? So we can say that 3 will come in the table of 96. The 96 will come in the table of 3, 404 will not come in the table of 3. So D is eliminated, B is your answer. Another method of this question is simply divide 404 with 96. Whatever your quotient is your when the remainder is 0, is your HCF. Now we will move to question number 2. The method which we have to follow is normal method. That is, first we calculate, we take out the factors of 12 and 15 respectively by the method of normal easy method of LCM, and from both of their factors we will take common, and the common factor is considered as the HCF. And you can also apply the first cross hit and trial method of checking out options within the question, which we have done in first question. Now, third question. The product of two numbers is 32 and LCM is 8, then its HCF is what? Now, there is a direct formula. There is two number is 32 and LCM is 8. Is two product of, yes. Now the direct formula is equals to of this question is LCM of A comma B is equals to, in numerator, product of those two numbers, that is A into B, upon HCF. So here LCM is given, product of two numbers is already given. So in LHS we will write 32 equal to, in RHS in fraction we will write 8 on the top and HCF in the denominator side according to that formula. Now now HCF will go from division to multiplication in LHS, and the LCM will come from a numerator to denominator in division. Then by dividing it we will get our desirable answer. Now, in question number 5, for some integer m, every integer is of the form every even integer. Now, even integer is what? Which is divisible by 2 and does not left with any remainder, which is its remainder should be 0. From all the options, the the zero remainder which we are getting in the option C only, though. So the C is correct answer of fifth question. Now in sixth question, the LCM and HCF of these following numbers we have to calculate, their ratio we have to calculate. Now in this you can follow your normal method of finding out the factors. Now first we will calculate the LCM of these three numbers, then we calculate the HCF of these three number by normal LCM or prime factoring, finding the prime factors of factors method. Then we will divide them. What will be the answer? We will get our desirable answer. Now question number 2, fill in the blanks in this. First, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus what? This is the basic remainder formula, which goes like this: dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus, in your fill in the blanks comes remainder. Second, the HCF of number 8, 9, and 24 will be. Now the HCF of these three number will be 1, because these all are composite numbers, and the one number which is divisible by all three numbers is only 1. So the HCF of these three number will be 1 only. Right, true or false? Given positive integers a and b, there exists a unique integer q and r satisfying a is equals to bq plus r, where r is ranging between 0 to b. Now here it is also a remainder theorem. So a is equals to bq plus r is true only for the statement where r is ranging between 0 to b. So this statement is true. Second question, second point of true or false is, every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. Now here, what do you mean by a composite number? Composite number is that number which is divisible by 1 and itself. So it is true that all prime numbers are composite numbers. So this statement is also true. Now question number 4, write the answer in one word. We have to write answer in one word. We have to find HCF of 94 and 404. In this also we can use normal method of finding HCF, and accordingly we can solve it. Second, for any integer p, 2p plus 1 is even or odd. Now here this should be this should be odd, because the form in which the number is represented, the general form in which number is represented is 2p plus 1. Here the 1 is the remainder, so which represents the odd integer, because whenever any number which is divisible by 2 does not leave remainder, its remainder should be 0, but in this case the remainder is 1, which implies is this integer is an odd integer. Now question number 5, we have to use Euclid division algorithm to find the HCF of 135 and 225. In Euclid division algorithm rule, what we have to do is we have to compare the two numbers of which we have to calculate HCF. Now in 225 and 135, 225 is greater number, so it is considered as dividend, and 135 is considered as divisor. We have to apply here Euclid division lemma, in which 225 is divided by 135. We will get quotient 1 and remainder 90. Now in next step, 135, which is your divisor, will become your dividend, and remainder, which in previous step will become your dividend, will become your divisor in next step. Now 135 is dividend, 90, which is your remainder in previous case, will become dividend divisor in second step. Now we will divide 135 by 90, we will get one quotient, and 45 is remainder. And similarly the same step we will follow in the next step also, which goes like that. 90 will be now your dividend, and 45, which is remainder, is now your divisor. When we divide it, we will get remainder 0. We have to, in Euclid division algorithm, we have to divide numbers until we will get a remainder 0. If we does not get a remainder 0, then HCF of those two numbers is not possible. If we get remainder 0 at the end, then the quotient of that those two numbers will be its HCF. The divisor of those two numbers will be its HCF. So for this Euclid division algorithm uh, to the validity of this algorithm is that you have to get the end result of remainder should is equals to 0. If you not get a remainder 0, then it is not it is a invalid algorithm. You have to get remainder 0, so you have to solve until the remainder comes 0. So in this case remainder comes 0, so 45, which is your divisor, will directly becomes HCF of 135 and 225. Now in question number 6, same method is applied. Then you can you can uh, you can stop your video and go back and check the method I have already explained. Now we will move to next page. Now in this question number 7, this is a word problems. In this also we have to find HCF. Same rule, Euclid division algorithm rule or Euclid division lemma rule. In this also we will get two numbers 420 and 130. In this case also we are applying Euclid division lemma rule, and we are solving this question also according to that. In question number 8 also we are applying Euclid division lemma rule and following same pattern. So we'll directly move on question number 9 and question number 10. In these two questions, these are somewhat related to some theoretical aspect. For these two questions we have to first simply understand the concept of even and odd numbers, which are even numbers and which are odd numbers. Even numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 2 and left the remainder of 0 when divisible by 2, and odd numbers are those which are not divisible by 2 and left the remainder, which can be 1, 3 or 5 or any odd number. So these are the definitions of even and odd number. On this both definitions our this question number 9 and question number 10 are based. So in question number 9 we have to show that 2q or 2q plus 1 is a positive or positive is even integer. 2q is even integer and 2q plus 1 is odd integer. Now um, let's express 2q in the algorithm in the remainder form. So in the third line you will see a is equals to q 2q plus r. Here we represent 2q in the expression of division rule नहीं कौन सा in the expression of remainder theorem, where a is dividend, q is your quotient, 2 is divisor and r is your remainder. In this case for 2q to be even we have to take care that r should be 0. So in this case we are putting the value of r to be 0. So we will get a and the range of r should be between 0 to 2. So when we put r, the value of r is equals to 0, automatically a is equals to 2, q become an even positive integer. Now for other case, when we put in this case r is equals to 1, then automatically uh, the number will become odd, because it is lefting with the remainder of 1. So if we put r is equals to 1 in this equation, which is a is equals to 2q plus r, in this we will put r is equals to 1, then it is automatically becomes the positive odd integer, because it is giving the remainder 1 and it is not divisible by, properly not divisible by 2. So we will get our a is equals to 2q and a is equal to 2q plus 1, as a is equals to 2q is positive even number and a is equals to 2q plus 1 as positive odd integer, hence proved. Now in question number 10, in each positive integers of from p 4q plus 1 and 4q plus 3, verify your answer. We have to show that 4q plus 1 and 4q plus 3 are in positive odd integers. For that we have to again follow the remainder theorem, which is divisor dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. In that expression we put a is equals to 4q plus r, where a is dividend, q is your quotient, 4 is your divisor, and r is your remainder. Now we know that in this expression the range of remainder r is from 0 to 4. So we will, the possible values of r will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. We will put the values of 0, 1, 2 and 3 in the place of r and formulate the numbers. So therefore the number which come will be 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2 and 4q plus 3. Here 4q and 4q plus 2 are even numbers because it is divisible by 2, and only odd numbers are 4q plus 1 and 4q plus 3 because when we add 1 and 3 in any even number, they eventually become odd numbers. So the required odd numbers are 4q plus so required positive odd numbers are 4q plus 1 and 4q plus 3. Now in question number 11, 12, 13, we are basically following the same pattern of method, which is a normal method. We have to find prime factorization. Prime factorization means we have to first find the LCM by normal method, and lowest common factor we have to first write 140. We have to divide it with 2, then whatever the answer is, if it is divisible by 2, then we have to divide by 2. Then comes 35. 35 is not divisible by 2. Yes, then we have to see that if it is divisible by 3 or not. 35 is not divisible by 3. Then again we have to see that 35 is divisible by 5 or not. It is divisible by 5, so we will get the answer 7. Now your 7 is the last number, so by this we get the factors we get the factors of 140, that is 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. Now we have to arrange them, and this is the prime factorization of any number. This method you have to apply in question number 12 as well and question number 13 as well. Now we will move to question number 14, that is using prime factorization method, find LCF and LCM of the following numbers. Now for finding HCF and LCM, we have to first find the prime factors of these three numbers, which is very easy, which is very common method, which is find LCM of 6, find LCM of 72 and 120 accordingly, and write down their factors. And HCF is highest common factor, which is that number which is common in both, which is common in all the three numbers, that is 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 is the HCF of 6, 72 and 120, and LCM is the factors in which are common as well as frequently coming in the factors of these three numbers, that is 2, which is 3 times coming, now 3, which is 2 times coming, and 5, which is 1 time coming. So according to that we will find LCM. Now in find the LCM, HCF and LCM of two numbers by prime factorization method. We have numbers like 12, 15 and 2. We have to write prime factors of 12, prime factors of 15 and 2. Prime factors of 21. Here is one printing mistake. 12, 15 and in place of 2 it is 21, which is printed wrongly, but the right digit is 21. So moving on, we have to first find the prime factors of 12, which is 2 into 2 into 3, then 15, which is 3 into 5, then 21, 3 into 7. Now find the common between all find the common multiple or common number between the prime factors of these three number, which we can see that is 3. So the HCF of this 12, 15 and 21 is 3. Now LCM is what? The LCM is we will get 2 power 2 from 12, 3, which is common in 12, 15 and 3 also we'll write it, then 5 which is coming from 15, we will write it in LCM, and 7 which is coming from 21, we will write in LCM, and multiplying this all numbers we will get our required LCM. Now in question number 16, in question number 16 there is a formula which we have used in MCQ question number 4th, or question number 3rd. I have explained it, which goes like this, and the formula is written in the solution of this here, which is LCM of a comma b is equals to multiplication of both the numbers, that is a into b, upon its HCF. Here we have given the two digits which are 306 and 657, and HCF of these two number is 9. We have to find LCM. Putting all these numbers in the given formula, we will get our LCM of 306 and 657 all automatically by the formula itself. Now we have to check whether 4 to the power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Now first of all, we have to see that in one's place 0, in which table that one's place of 0 is will come. So out of from table of 0 to, from table of 1 to 10, we have 1 to 9. We know that the only number which ended with 0 is the multiple of number 5. So any number which we put in here in 4 to the power n will not end up with 0, because 0 only comes in the table of 5. 0 at one's place only comes in table of 5. For example, 10, 15, then 20. In 20 you will find 0, then 25, in 30 you will find 0. It's like that. So in any number 4 to the power n, which is 2 into 2 to the power 2n, you will not come any such number which ends its one's place with 0. So this statement is wrong, so it does not come. Okay, this is the answer.